Have you ever had a dream you thought was dead and buried and you thought it could never ever come back alive? The last couple of weeks, God has just brought one of those dreams back to life, and I'm quite emotional as I'm sharing this story with you today. When my eldest son was about 4, still in kindergarten, I remember he would come home and he would sing his kindergarten songs with great enthusiasm. He loved them because they were age appropriate for him. They were custom built songs made for preschool kids. And so, they had actions and they talked about tangible things that they could understand. But I remember there was a thought that went through my head one time when I was comparing how he could relate to these kids' songs, these kindergarten songs, really easily. But when it came to the church songs that we had, basically what we sang at church at the time was just grown-up songs. And he just didn't really understand what the songs were about. He couldn't really connect with the words or the meaning of those songs, which I felt was really sad because, I wanted my son to be able to connect with God through music, but it just wasn't really working for him. So I remember at the time thinking, praying, Lord, can you please raise up some new songwriters who can write songs for my son's age? Because at the time, all I knew were kids' songs that had been written maybe 10 years earlier. And I thought, it'd be good to have some fresh new kids' songs. And so I was praying that. And around the same time, maybe a couple of years later, God put this idea in my head to start a playgroup. Now, a playgroup is a group where mums and their young children come together and they might, read a story, sing some songs, play some games, do some crafts. It's kind of like kindergarten, but kindergarten where the parent is present. Anyway, God had put this idea in my heart to start a playgroup. Now, it was amazing because I approached a friend of mine who had 3 young children at the time, and God had put the same thing on her heart. And so we were both like, whoa, this is wow, is this really happening? And then obviously we prayed about it. We took some time to think about it some more. We talked to our church leaders about it. And in the end, we were like, yeah, I think we should go ahead with it. So we started a playgroup. Now, I never thought of myself as good with kids. Even though I had my own kids, I didn't feel like I was an expert with kids. I would never be somebody who would volunteer for kids ministry or anything like that. So doing kids stuff was quite a new thing for me. And so do you remember that prayer that I was praying about songs for kids? Well, as our playgroup was getting closer to the starting time, my friend and I had decided we wanted to do all our own curriculum for it. So we wanted to have some biblical teaching that was age appropriate for our kids. We wanted it to be really solid in the Bible, but really engaging with preschool children. I'm praying and asking God for new songs. And then, funnily enough, Holy Spirit kind of almost laughed and said, "What about you?" And I was like, oh, I guess it makes sense. I'm a preschool mum. I guess a preschool mum would understand what a preschool kid would need in a song. The thing is, I had never thought about that before. It had never occurred to me that maybe God could use me to write some kids' songs. And so that was a real light bulb moment, because up till that point, I had kind of been stuck in a genre for about maybe 10 years. I've been playing the same kind of music, the same kind of style. And so this was a really kind of left field idea, which can only come from God. I was like, okay, if you're willing to use me, then I'll do it. And it was amazing. As soon as I decided to say yes to God, He just downloaded this song to me. I was like, whoa, this is amazing. The first song that he gave me was about creation, and it was appropriate because, you know, we were starting our playgroup, we wanted to do biblical content, and so it made sense to start with creation. And so he gave me this song called 7 Days, and it was just the 7 days of creation. Very, very simple, really basic melody, and it was quite catchy. My friend, who just happened to be a primary school teacher, she came up with these amazing crafts that were each day of creation. And so we had this curriculum God just downloaded to us, and it was amazing. We did maybe 9 or 10 different topics from the Bible, and God gave me, I think, about 8 or 9 songs to cover those topics. It was quite amazing. That playgroup lasted about 3 years, and we just used that curriculum over that time. Now, through this playgroup, I met so many families from different parts of the world. It was such a blessing to have that special time. When my younger son started going to kindergarten, I couldn't really do it anymore, so that was kind of the end of it. I was a bit disappointed because I didn't know what was going to happen to these songs. 2 weeks ago, my friend contacted me and she was like, hey, we're doing a creation unit at our school, and I was thinking maybe we could do your song. And she was like, I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I was like, oh, that's because I haven't released it. Haven't made a video of it or anything. And these songs all have actions as well. And so last week, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up recording and releasing this song, 7 Days, the first one about creation. And it was such a revival moment for me. It was a resurrection moment for me to go back and relive those playgroup days that I had with these beautiful families. It was just so moving for me to go back to that time and just remember how amazing it was, how amazing that God actually gave us these songs, gave us these crafts, gave us this opportunity to meet these people from all over the world. I'm just so thankful. I'm really just so thankful to God for that opportunity. And in the process, I had so much fun. It was so amazing because what was so unnatural for me however many years ago it was now, doing the actions and singing the song and filming it all on camera, it just felt natural. I'm so thankful to God that He did not give up on my dream. In fact, I think He planted the dream in the first place. I really want to encourage you that if you feel like your dream has died, or you feel like your dream is not coming to life as you would hope it would, don't worry. If it's from God, He doesn't waste anything. He's going to bring it back to life at the right time. Because, you know, I thought about it. If this dream had come to fruition while I was being a mum to toddlers, I wouldn't have the strength or the energy or the brain space to actually carry it. Because when you're a mum and you've got toddlers, young children, they are a lot of work. Like, they require so much attention, and it's 24 hours on call with no pay. It's a really tiring time of life. And so I'm so thankful that God did not let that happen when I was in that phase of life, because I couldn't have carried it. But now, you know, now my kids are in school, I have the time and I have the energy and I have more understanding of how to make videos, record songs and all of that kind of thing. And so it makes sense that the time is now and not then. I want to just encourage you. Dreams can come true. They might not come true in the way that you think or in the timing that you want, but they do come true. And as long as we trust God, just press into it. Don't give up on it, and God will do something amazing. If you ever find yourself in that space where you think, why are there no songs in this particular genre or in this particular context that we need? Why hasn't anyone written a song? Well, perhaps God is asking you to write that song. The reason why you feel like something is missing is because you're the one that He wants to use to fill that gap. God is a very creative God. He can certainly give you more than you need. Now, because this kid's song is obviously a different genre to my other stuff, so I've actually made a new YouTube channel for it. It's called Lifespeaks Kids, if you want to check it out. I'm hoping that I'll be able to add more and more songs and content to that channel as well. Yeah, so check it out, 7 days. I suspect it is the only creation song that actually features dinosaurs. So let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoy it. If you know any mums or parents with young children who want to learn the Bible, please share it with them. I trust that it will be a resource that they will appreciate. Thanks for being with me again, and I really hope that this channel will be a blessing to you in your songwriting journey. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. Bye.